sad and depressing that this is happening. In fact, just yesterday, Mr. President met some delegation that had lived in Ghana and was commending them for living peacefully with their brothers and sisters, and also for reopening over 400 shops of Nigerian traders locked up in Ghana because your president intervened along with our president. And to see this happen again is really pathetic. Do not let us forget what happened in South Africa, xenophobia. Every African was affected, Ghanaians, Nigerians, and other Africans. We should not go back to those days. Let's maintain the good relationship we have with Nigeria and Ghana, otherwise we're all in trouble. However, as of today, the Nigerian ambassador in Ghana met with your Minister of Interior, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration, and the police officers, and they've promised that they will protect Nigerians wherever they are in Ghana, and we hope they will live to that promise. So they've also assured us that nothing will happen to Nigerians. Now, if a Nigerian commits a crime, get that Nigerian, arrest that Nigerian and deal with them, but do not criminalize a whole nation. What is going on there of saying, oh, Nigerians are criminals is not acceptable. We have Ghanaians in Nigeria. We have irregular migrants and Ghanaians in Nigeria, but we're treating everybody as Africans with decency and respect. Nigeria and Ghana remains the biggest in Africa, in West Africa, and we need to respect that.
Abike, I'd like to understand, what is your understanding of the issues that are playing here in Ghana involving Nigerians?
Well, what I just saw on television is pathetic. You know, now a few Nigerians have been said they committed a crime, issue of kidnapping and all that. And as some of your people there have said, arrest those Nigerians, get them. Your media has gone all over criminalizing the nation. I've read a lot of reports and I think it's sad. So why don't you go ahead, deal with those people that are committing crime, arrest them, and let them face justice. But you cannot generalize. Okay, something happens, you go and lock up, destroy shops. It's not right. So we expect your Ghanaian authorities, like your police chief has told us, they will protect Nigerian traders in Ghana, and make sure that you arrest the criminals and get and ensure that this does not degenerate.
Prosecute those people that were saying what happened in Suame magazine, which we saw in the video right now. I want to ask you if you really understand the issues that are at play there.
What are the issues? Maybe you should expatiate. The issues you see may not be the way I see them.
Okay, so the issue at play at Suame magazine is that there are these local traders who are saying that the law must be enforced. The law restricts the involvement of foreigners in the retail trade in their space. And they are saying that the law must be enforced.
Look, this has been on. I just told you now, this same incident.
Can I lay out the issues for you? So they're saying that because our authorities are failing to enforce the law with respect to the operations in Suame magazine, they are taking the law into their own hands, which is what the police is saying, that they can't do that. And so the police is taking action against them. Do you find this problematic, Abike?
No, we expect the police. Look, this problem has been there for a long time. It is a shame that it's still happening. I told you that just yesterday, this same issue, a delegation came to thank President Buhari for intervening with his counterpart in Ghana. 400 shops were locked up. This didn't start yesterday. And the shops were reopened. So for this...
Abike, do you think the local traders have a case?
They don't have a case. So there is a free market.
I don't expect, I don't even expect that question from you. What case of destroying other people's markets? Other people legitimately working there. I said this matter was taken up by both presidents a few months ago, and Nigerian traders came to express gratitude for reopening the shops. Now they reopen the shops, you destroyed them today. The authorities must ensure they enforce relevant laws, but those laws, what you're doing actually is destroying the relationship between Nigerian traders and Ghanaian traders, and it's not acceptable. I like what your police chief said, that they will protect, you need to protect Nigerian traders in Ghana. If you don't want them, maybe you should just tell them you don't want them and they should return, rather than, all this hide and seek game. The police must protect Nigerians in Ghana, Nigerian traders in Ghana, and we stand by that. Our citizens must be protected, just as we are protecting your citizens in our country. So there's no two-way about that. It is not acceptable what is happening to Nigerian traders in Ghana, and we will resist that totally.
All right, so the attack on the Nigerian traders operating in Suame, yes, you say it's condemnable and must be condemned. But I'm asking, would you have a problem if the authorities decided to enforce the law and so ask the Nigerian traders to stop trading?
Look, protect Nigerian traders in Ghana. They are there legitimately. That's what I'm asking for. And that's what we are demanding. You should be able to talk to your people. If you don't want them there, then tell them, get out of there. Protect Nigerian traders in Ghana. I think my answer is as simple as that. Anything below that is unacceptable. They are in your country. You need to protect them. If you are making laws, you don't make laws to destroy people that are living, as brothers and sisters with you. Other things have happened in the past beyond this one, where Nigerian, were involved in some criminality or the other. I would say let the law take its course. You don't, because of one person, you do not deal with, a whole nation. So prosecute those who did what they did there today. That is what yesterday. That is what we expect from you. We must protect our citizens wherever they are, anywhere in the world.
Better than them.
And in any case, if they are complaining that the traders are selling better than them, can you blame the Nigerian traders for that, for being, aggressive on their job, for doing their job diligently? Because part of the complaint is that the Nigerian traders are selling more than the Ghanaian traders. You cannot punish them for that.
Now, Abike, you mentioned that the media has a role to play in that, and that we are funding all of this. Would you say this is stereotyping? Is widespread or is isolated? I ask this because recently the London-based Telegraph newspaper quoted your president as saying that Nigerians' reputation for criminality has made it hard for them to be accepted abroad. Isn't this a reflection of what the Ghanaian media is portraying?
No, which president quoted which president? I don't think I get your point.
Your president. Your president said that the Nigerians' reputation for criminality has made it hard for them to be accepted abroad.
I'm sure you are quoting nothing. My president never said that. My president never criminalized Nigerians. If everywhere the president goes, I said just yesterday, he praised Nigerians in Ghana for living peacefully with. You see, that's part of twisting the facts upside down. You are twisting something upside down. How can you come on television and tell me that my own president said that? You are insulting my country and you are insulting my president. Even if the media twists facts, you don't do that. Please, don't insult my president and don't insult my country. And that's what we're telling. If you don't want Nigerian traders, tell them openly, leave our country. Don't be diplomatic about it. And I refuse that. The question you just asked is an insult to my president and to my country. Please take that back. And whoever you are quoting is not a quotable person.
I'm going to pull the story up in a short while.
Don't pull any story. I'll go up this. Don't pull any story for me. Whatever story you're quoting is a misquote. So don't tell me that. We're dealing with an issue here. You're taking me back. Do you want Nigerian traders or not? What has happened in that market is wrong. And that's what we're telling you. Let's solve these things diplomatically. I told you our ambassador met today on this matter with your Minister of Foreign Affairs, your Minister of Interior. You're now telling me that somebody in London said Nigerians are criminals, quoting our president. I take that. I do not accept that, please.
Abike, if you can see the visual right now on your screen, we have that story by the Telegraph. And then say right
even the Telegraph, so you see, that's part of what we're saying. You're having a Telegraph look down on you and me. Why would Telegraph say something that you believe it? This is something we have addressed, for a long time. Why would Telegraph say something that you are believing the Telegraph? What I'm telling you now. No, don't take me back. And please excuse me. Please. If you want to tell me about if you want to tell me about this, then tell me.
I think this is a direct quote, so we actually have it on the screen right now. Some Nigerians claim that life is too difficult back home. But they have also made it difficult for Europeans and Americans to accept them because of the number of Nigerians in prisons all over the world accused of drug trafficking or human trafficking. He told the Telegraph. This is a direct quote.
You are taking that quote is out of context. The president told you what I'm just telling you, that if Nigerians commit a crime, let them be punished, but do not criminalize all Nigerians. We've accepted that in some cases, some Nigerians get into trouble, and we have said those Nigerians should be dealt with, but you cannot criminalize the whole nation. What the president said, which you are quoting out of context, is what I'm just telling you. If a Nigerian commits a crime, deal with that Nigerian. Don't tell me that because of that every other Nigerian is a drug pusher. I have dealt with many cases in Dubai. What happened recently, we condemned it and we said it's not acceptable in Saudi Arabia, anywhere. But what I'm telling you is that your law should make it possible for you to arrest those who commit a crime and not criminalize the country. And that's why the ambassador blamed the media for this stereotype. That's what I'm saying. And then you say we are coming with that. You are still telling me that every Nigerian in Ghana is a criminal. And I'm telling you that we do not accept that. Please.
Is that what I'm saying? I'm not saying that every Nigerian in Ghana is a criminal. But I asked an earlier question, and the question is, would you have a problem if our authorities decide to shut down Nigerian stores that are operating illegally?
You want illegally? illegal is not the word here. I said our Nigerian traders that are operating legally have no business being shot in Ghana. If it's illegal, prove the illegality and then talk with them properly. If you are saying illegal, what do you define as illegality? Can you also read the laws you are talking about and how is stereotyping and how it's targeted? What you are doing actually is xenophobia. And I'm telling you, it will not augur well for Africa. We shouldn't go back to the dark days. We should look at working together and building, our continent. What you are doing is xenophobia. And I tell you, remember, South Africa, it affected everybody. It affected even Ghana. So if you want to go back to those days, it's a sad commentary for Africa.
I mean, if you talk about xenophobia, you're actually dragging in your president who gave a quote to the Telegraph newspaper. But thank you very much. We'll end the interview here.
And by the way, no, but I think you're not even, you're also biased. You're a biased interviewer, and I don't think that is right.